Whoa, are we live? Hey, we going live. Hey, whoa.
Diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jesse, VVS, I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfall.
Hi guys, what's up? What is up with everybody, child? Hey, we're going live. Hey, whoa. One, hey, whoa. Y'all, I have so much to talk about. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna make a video. I'm just gonna go live. I'm gonna go live, okay? But before I do, I just have a couple of announcements. Just a couple of announcements, okay? Now. First things first, y'all. I am going to TULUM. I'm going to TULUM in October. Make sure that you sign up to go. Go to WOOCATION.net. www.WOOCATION.net. Sign up. Pas besoin d'entendre. Let nous TULUM. Oh, Jessie, ma connais. Oh, Jessie, I did not know. Sign up. I don't have time for that bullshit. Sign up. Okay. And if you want to be able to see like what my last vacation looked like, I have my Cartagena, Colombia vacation up already, so you guys can check that out and see how it went for yourselves. But yeah, so hold up. You know what I just realized? This is what I'm like, wait, this ain't okay. I'm like, what's going on with my camera? Where's my HD? I'm sorry, y'all. I just got an iMac, and my iMac camera is really, really good. So for a moment I was like, that look good, but that's not my Sony. Okay, now we back. Yes. Do a couples trip. You know what? I am thinking about doing a couples trip for next year. So I was thinking about doing something around Valentine's Day, but I feel like Valentine's Day gonna be expensive, and I wouldn't want to do a couples trip like on Valentine's Day per se, and shit don't go like smoothly. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, and I feel like around Valentine's Day everything would be super expensive. So I have been thinking about that. Cleffin, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. I have been thinking about that. Let me see. Drop down in the comments. Let me know if you guys would do a couples trip. Okay. Did I just start? Yes, I did. I'm just starting. Okay. Next announcement. Let me show my screen. What? Why you gotta record that? Oh, yeah. Okay. What? Oh, okay. I want to show you guys this. So, okay. Now, the change. So y'all, every Thursday night I host a live on here. Every Thursday night I host a live, and I do it with Hulu for their hit show Reasonable Doubt. Now, I just did my first live last week with Emiatzi Cornaldi, and she was on there, and I'm so grateful that I've been given this opportunity. Tonight, I have another guest, and the guest that I have is one of these people that's in this picture. Last week I had Emiatzi. So, y'all do the math. I'm gonna let y'all do the math, okay? But if you haven't been watching Reasonable Doubt, number one, make sure that you're watching it. Make sure that you go to Hulu, that you watch it. Number two, tonight, got a special guest tonight. Do I need to say who it is? Do I need to say who it is? Drop that in the comments. Let me know who you think it is. Drop that in the comments right now. Let me know who you think it is. But this is a big deal, y'all. Y'all know I love everything Black women's. It's Black Women's Maxine Shaw. It is Black Women's Olivia Pope, Annalise Keating, Maxine Shaw's month. Okay, and during Black Women's Maxine Shaw's month, we are reviewing Reasonable Doubt. And the fact that I get to do this with Hulu with y'all, like, and I get to keep it on my channel, like, that's really a big deal. But I need y'all to watch. I really do need y'all to watch. I don't ask y'all for much, please. Like, I need you guys to watch. So we're gonna be coming back at 10 p.m. Also, if you missed the live, even if you click on the live link and you just let it play and you come back and watch it later, greatly appreciate that. But I really, really need you guys to watch so that I can be able to continue to give you guys stuff like this and do stuff like this. This is really what I'd like to do. Like, just, y'all know how I am about reviewing these shows. This is really what I want to do, honestly. So, you know, if you can support me in that, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. It is 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time. So 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. I know it's kind of late. I know 10 p.m. y'all be in y'all bonnet, because so do I. But I am asking you guys for this big, big favor, especially tonight. Please come on out and watch me interview somebody really, really special, a legend in this space. And yeah, it's going to be great. All right, let's get into tonight's tea. Woo-cha! Woo-cha! Let's get into tonight's stuff. I have so much to talk about. First things first. Let's talk about Keith Lee. So Keith Lee is apparently or was in DC this past week, right? And Keith Lee was in DC reviewing the food scene. Let me ask y'all a question, because am I still at Dish Nation? Yes. So I'm only at Dish Nation once per week. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but since May, I have only been there once per week. Wasn't my decision. It's something that, you know, the higher ups decided to do. And apparently it's because of budget cuts. You know, the industry right now is going through a lot. So, but I am still at Dish Nation. So I am there. I film on Tuesdays. And right now, how we film is whatever we film that day, it goes on air the next day. So you'll see my shows Wednesdays and Thursdays. I usually film 2 shows. So it's either Wednesdays and Thursdays or Wednesdays and Fridays. But I know for sure you'll see me on Wednesdays. All right. So let's talk about Keith Lee. Before I go into Keith Lee, because baby, the way is you're live on YouTube or Hulu, it's going to be on my YouTube page. Okay, so before I talk about Keith Lee, just want to preface the conversation and say this, right? My purpose of this is not to bash the man. To be honest, I'm not really familiar with his content outside of when it goes viral, okay? This is just a hot topic at the moment, and I'm like, why not talk about it? So Keith Lee was or is in DC this week, and he was reviewing the food scene. So apparently Keith Lee is a food critic, and he specializes in visiting small businesses to give them more of a platform. He goes to these small businesses and he sews into them, I guess, gives them big tips, and, you know, shines a light on them so more people will go. Now, while this is what I've summed up is his purpose, I'm kind of thrown off by that, because when he came to Atlanta, he went to a lot a lot of to several popular places. Now I did see him go to places that I had never heard of, but he did frequent popular places, so much so that like he left Atlanta in shambles. Like by the time he was done with Atlanta, he left Atlanta in shambles. But you know, he's in DC right now. So let me ask y'all a question, because I am not a native of DC. I don't live in DC, right? But I have never heard DC and bad food in the same sentence. Y'all drop down in the comments, let me know. To be honest, I don't even think I've ever visited DC. I'm like one of the only Black people who's never been to DC. Okay, hold on. Mel, thank you so much for the super chat. As a DC resident, we do not have a good MA pop food scene. Our Michelin stars and international restaurants are top tier, and that's not his purpose. Okay. Now, I like what you said. Thank you for the super chat. A lot of my friends who are in DC, they tend to be of Caribbean descent or African descent. They all love the food. And now that you said that, I'm like, okay, is it that they're eating, you know, like food from home, like food from their cultures? Because I've never, oh, Ma and Pop. I'm sorry, Ma and Pop. She said, we do not have good Ma and Pop food. Okay, Ma and Pop, my bad. So they don't have good mom and pop. I go to DC to visit family. The food is good. I live in DC. I live in the DMV area, and the food is bad. Damn. Okay. Hold on. A DC girly, the food is expensive for no reason. You need some serious money. Oh shit. Okay. I saw the cocktail shrimp and the mac and cheese. That's all I could say. Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into that. So let's play the video that he posted, right? So let me share the screen. Okay.
There, still in the DMV, and there's a few things I want to talk about. So let's talk about it. I know we only posted about 3 spots from Washington, but we went to about 12, and we made a decision as a family and as a team, and also a personal decision to not post most of them. So out of those 12, I probably only got like 1 or 2 more that I'm gonna post. And the reason for that, a lot of those videos, in my opinion, aren't constructive at all. And before the narrative start, I'm gonna show a few clips of the places that we did go to. And again, I don't think they're constructive. So for privacy of the restaurants that we went to, I'm not gonna say what restaurant it is. I'm gonna just show you a little bit of our personal experience. It's the whitening with the sweet potatoes and mac and cheese. Fortunately, I won't be trying any of it. As always, I ain't trying to be rude. I'm gonna just be honest. The smell of this, insane. This perforated the whole car.
Not perforated.
So much so that my family went back in and asked if they fried it in the same grease that they did the shellfish. And come to find out, they do. And it smelled like it. It smells like shellfish. It smells like frozen fish. It smells like fish. It smells almost unedible, in my opinion. I don't want no smoke.
Spit it in there. Nobody will eat.
The entire customer service experience, in my opinion and in my family's opinion, was completely unprofessional. It said on the IG that they opened at 1 o'clock. The truck didn't open up until 2:15. It took about 45 minutes. When they went back to go get the food, they saw her preparing it. No gloves, no washing hands, grabbing money, grabbing strawberries, grabbing Fruity Pebbles, and putting it on top of our food.
Oh.
Some chicken tastes weird.
The reason there's no food in my hand is because a lot of the restaurants we've been recommended since we've been here look like this.
You know what's crazy, y'all? This particular restaurant apparently did an Insta story where they say they stand by their food. They stand by their food. Let's continue. Oh my God. Oh, no. I don't remember seeing. What the fuck is that? What? This is not demure. What is this? What even is this? Bacon?
And I'm not the target audience just based on the pictures.
With her hand. She was playing her hand. Stupid cereal with her hand.
And I did have a question. Do you guys have running water?
I ain't got no point to lie. We just out here eating food, praying, staying with our families, minding our business. We also went to a lot of places that were recommended. That's one thing that I really want to make clear in this video, is that we went to places that were recommended and we did a lot of research. We've been here for a week, and every day since we've been here, we've been in a sprinter for at least 10 hours a day, just going around trying food, driving an hour to each spot. And since we've been here, we've been blessed enough to sow $30,000 to various restaurants around the DMV. So I don't appreciate it, and I don't think it's fair that we get criticized for not doing research or not going to a lot of restaurants in DC or the DMV area. I've noticed how the media has been pushing since we've been here. A lot of media outlets picked up on the fact that I said restaurants out here, in my opinion, tend to lean towards promoting alcohol more than they promote food. That's been headlines more than us being in an actual city and being blessed enough to touch the people that we touch. We ran to a lot of people that was extremely nice. We even went to a comedy show randomly, but that's another reason why I'm keeping most of those videos, to protect the restaurant owners, because it's not going to be constructive and it's just going to be them getting tore down. And I don't want that. Past those 12 videos, I still got about 6 or 7, and I'm going to be releasing those throughout the next couple of days. I appreciate y'all. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
What are y'all thoughts on this? I have so many thoughts. First of all, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? He did release an Insta story, and I don't know why it doesn't let me present the Insta story, but he said we were invited to Soul Wings. So Soul Wings was the place where he got those pictures from. I think initially when I first heard the video, I'm like, did he actually go? But he does say in the video that some places they didn't even go to because this is what the pictures look like. But he said that they were invited to Soul Wings. Through an IG post. We looked them up on Google, and those photos that I posted were some of the first ones to pop up, which are public to every other customer. I made a compilation of our experience for the entire tour, hiding the identities out of respect for this specific restaurant based on the food that we saw. I stated I wasn't the target audience and chose against going to the restaurant, meaning I never even went, though I was asked to come and give my opinion on their marketing, their food, and their customer service. I mentioned those photos because even though we didn't make it there, it was still a part of the experience of the tour. I don't know if I agree with that. Like, I feel like if you actually don't go, right? If you actually don't go, I don't know if you should include that in your experience. Now, is he right that restaurants should be more mindful, more demure about what they're promoting as far as their food? Absolutely. But I feel like as a food critic, the whole point is for you to go have the food, or for you to actually go. Let me know if I'm wrong with that. But for you to actually go and go see for yourself. And then he said, I don't condone giving 1-star reviews to any restaurant without trying it for yourself. Yeah, but you say that, but you're using your platform of millions and millions of people watching to let them know that this is the photos from, this is the photos. Now, again, he didn't tag the restaurants, but people in the DC area can easily Google and they'll be able to surmise who you're talking about. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, while I get what he's saying, I also just refuse to believe that at this point in the Keith Lee journey experience, that you don't realize that when you do say something, you post pictures, you post videos, that you don't think that people can put 2 and 2 together and be like, I know exactly where that is and I'm not going. Just, you know what I mean? Like, let's just be for real. But also it's like, is it me or Keith Lee is just too big now to not have a legitimate system for finding mom and pop experiences in whatever city you're going to? Like, Keith Lee is not a regular person. A lot of y'all make it like, oh, he's a regular person. He's just a regular he's not a regular person. When Keith Lee is going into these restaurants, he's not a regular person. Oh, I had my family go in there. Everybody knows what your wife looks like. Everybody knows what your family looks like. Y'all are not regular people anymore. Like, you guys are not. I get it that you want to remain that, but you're just not. You're not a regular person. You just sold $30,000 into the local restaurants that you went to. Drop a comment if you are a regular person and you can go into a city right now and drop $30,000 on local restaurants to help them out. Drop down in the comments right now and let me know. Can y'all do that? Can y'all do that? You're not a regular person. So there has to say somebody's, crickets. Yeah. You're not a regular person anymore. So you do have to have something. Keith Lee is not just out here posting on TikTok all willy-nilly. Okay? This man does have a team behind him. It's not, nobody's just able to pack up their family and do this week in, week out without having some sort of management. There's somebody behind you. And so it's time to stop I'm the regular person, the I'm the regular person act, and use your team wisely. Make them work for you so that you're not going to DC and the people of DC are setting you up. Because it really just feels like this is a scheme that Todd set up. It really feels like that. I have a piece of hair. Somebody said I have a piece of hair sticking up. When y'all be saying Bookie, do y'all be like, what do Bookie mean? Like, is that like is it nice or is it like a nice nasty thing? I'm just making sure. Don't make me get my Jackiana on. I will block y'all. I will the fuck block y'all. But is Bookie like a nice thing? I feel like sometimes when I see people say Bookie, it's like, okay, Bookie. Like, is it a nice term or is okay, somebody said it can be both. Okay. Okay, somebody says it's affectionate. Okay, period. Okay, Bookie means sweetie. Okay. Okay, my bad. Y'all know I'm old. Okay, y'all know I just turned 68 years old. I'm old. Okay, so Bookie. Okay, cool. Okay. I didn't know. Okay. Okay, I didn't know. All right, next story. Go down to the list, child. Evelyn Lozada. Evelyn Lozada. Have y'all seen this story? Somebody said poor Keith can't do shit right. I didn't say he can't do shit right. I'm just saying, I'm not here to bash him. I'm just saying he does need to use his team more wisely. It's time, baby. He's not a regular person no more. It's time. They set your ass up. To be honest, I feel like the people of DC set his ass up, sent him all the fucked up places to go to because they didn't want to release. They didn't want to release to him the real good mom and pop spots. That's what I feel. But also, somebody said I don't like Bookie. Okay, so y'all don't like Bookie? Okay, cool. Yeah, I feel like it was a scheme that Todd set up. Y'all don't feel like it was a scheme that Todd set up? I feel like it was a scheme that Todd set up. Okay, Evelyn Lozada. Evelyn Lozada. Okay, so we all know that her daughter Shanice is pregnant with the Game's baby, right? There was a picture of them that came out not too long ago. I think it was like last year, them, at a restaurant together. Let me see if I could share my screen, child. Hold on. See if I could share my screen. Well, anyway, we can sum up that is his baby mother. Nobody has denied it. He hasn't denied it. Evelyn's not denying it. Shanice's not denying it. And even Game recently, he had a interview where he said that he has a child on the way, right? And so allegedly, this is all alleged. Okay, so allegedly he is the child's father. Okay, and what makes it crazy is that Evelyn, who is Shanice's mom, has been friends with Tiffany, who is the Game's ex-fiance for years. So there was an interview where Tiffany, when she was on VH1 years ago, she was on a show with the Game, and they had a show following their nuptials. I think it was like their second time being engaged. They have 3 children together, I believe, 2 or 3 children together, engaged, and they had a show following their nuptials. And at that time, she did an interview where she was asked, hey, like, do you have anybody at VH1, are you friends with any other reality stars? And she was saying how the Game and Ocho Cinco are very close. And so through the Game and Ocho Cinco's friendship is how she met Evelyn, right? So just keep in mind, she met Evelyn when Ocho Cinco was her boyfriend and then became her fiance, right? Just keep that in mind. Now, let's go to this, right? Because before I play this, I want to show the thing about the internet is always going to find receipts for you, right? And so this is Tiffany right here. This is Shawnee. In the same interview where Tiffany was talking about Evelyn, she actually revealed that her and Shawnee knew together. They've known each other since high school. They went to high school together. Okay? And so that is Evelyn. Now, do y'all notice what's happening here? What's happening here, guys? What's happening here? Can y'all drop that in the comments and let me know? Oh, that's true. Her and Ocho Cinco did get married. But you know what? I keep forgetting that they got married because it was so short-lived. After that whole incident. But anyway, what's happening here? Evelyn is pregnant, right? Who is she pregnant by? She's pregnant with her son for Carl, the guy who had the record label that Meg Thee Stallion had to get out of, right? But the reason why I'm asking you this is, what does this tell you about her friendship with Tiffany? Years later, y'all still hanging in tough. She's at your baby shower, right? There were also, is it in this post? There were also pictures that somebody clocked where it is Evelyn is in Tiffany's home holding her baby. Like, y'all are at the very least very, very close associates. Okay. And so here's Evelyn kind of talking about the situation in a roundabout way.
I'm literally sitting here cracking up and thinking.
Hold up. This is the picture right here. This is Game's. I don't know if you guys can see this. You see this girl right here? That is Game's daughter with Tiffany. That is Evelyn holding the Game's daughter. Baby, when y'all be saying nasty work, sassy nasty work. West side, that's nasty work. That's nasty work.
To myself, first of all, my face is a little red because I was emotional about something good. But anyway, so because I'm on the other side of it, right? And you guys follow like these celebrities and people, and I know that people talk about us because of the show, who would date, you know, whatever's happening in our lives. But it's always interesting for me, and I talked about this recently, for me to read the stuff about myself that are just false. Oh my God, this person was best friends with that person. How dare they? Guys, stop making this shit up. Okay. It's everything that you read online, a lot of it is bullshit. I don't mind. Like, I live in my truth. I say what it is, but some of this stuff is crazy to read.
What's crazy? What's actually crazy is Evelyn Lozada getting her tomato face on camera talking about, I'm red because I was emotional about something. No, you're red because you're nervous as hell. Anxiety is kicking you in the ass because you got to come on here and tell a damn bold-faced lie through your bonded teeth, girl. The receipts are out there. And ain't nobody said you was best friends with the girl, but y'all was friends. She was a friend of mine. She slept with my man. She lied. She cheated. Like, girl, you was friends with that lady. And not only were you friends with that lady, you had your daughter around that lady. You had your daughter around that lady. Please be for real. Jesse, I just started watching your YouTube videos last month, binged them all. Oh, this is my first time catching you live. I'm pressed. I love your channel. Thank you so much, Chelsea. That's so sweet. Y'all really be binging my videos? Why? I'm an insane person. But thank you. Girl, you had your daughter around that lady. Your daughter. Petit tout, oui, nan figi fia kon sa. Ap chou-chou-choui. Nan get together, baby shower, take a picture, chou-chou-choui, nan figi fia kon sa. And mind you, her and Tiffany still follow each other on Instagram. That's been verifiable. People to put the screenshots up. Y'all still follow each other. Like, y'all are friends. C'est humilié. What about your friends? That is your friend, bitch. Why do y'all do that? Like, don't get me wrong, right? I feel like there's levels to friendships. Like, I know people. I know a lot of people. Are all of them my friends? No. Just because we work together doesn't mean we're friends, right? What is a friend? That's somebody who you talk to very often. Or even if you don't talk often, but like you talk to often, right? That's somebody you've shared intimate moments with. That's somebody that you call, you hang out with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not letting nobody who's not my friend touch my belly like that. That's another thing. Like, there's just some intimate things I'm not doing with like somebody who I'm not close to like that. I'm not close with you like that. You're not at my baby shower. You're not at my wedding. You're not at my baby shower. You're not at my baby's christening. You're not at my housewarming. You know what I mean? There are acquaintances, right? But acquaintances are not inside your home and you're holding their child, like, and you're constantly hanging around the same group of people. Like, it's just, girl. And then now your daughter is having this woman's ex-fiance's baby. It's like, you're never going to beat the whoring allegations. Like, it sucks. But when people are saying like mother, like daughter, because this is wild. Like, it is wild. It's wild. My friend's daughter, you're going to go have a baby with my friend's daughter. Thank you, Janae. Shanice is 31, though. Maybe she didn't even tell her mom that she was having the sex with the game. I put this more on Shanice than Evelyn. She's grown enough to know better. Oh, no. We're not putting this on Evelyn, and I definitely agree with you, Janae. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're not putting this on Evelyn. We're just saying, Evelyn, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Girl, you gotta be quiet sometimes. Like, this is one of those things where you just let it ride. You let the internet say what they're gonna say, and you just let it ride. Because the receipts are there. And to be honest, while yes, I definitely agree with Janae's comment, but have you seen the dynamics between Evelyn and her daughter? They move very much like sisters. Like, they tell each other everything. I can't imagine a world where Shanice didn't tell her mom this. I just, somebody said, it's ex-fiance though. I know about girl code, but these days they have to keep the funds. You know what? I mean, maybe y'all could drop down and say what y'all feel about girl code. I feel like this is definitely a girl code violation. It's a girl code violation. Like, for Evelyn to be like, y'all are making up stuff about me being best friends. Nobody's making up anything. The receipts are there. And what everybody, before Evelyn ever said anything, what everybody was saying was, this is nasty. Like, it's nasty work to go and have sex with your ex-fiance's friend's daughter. And I don't think anybody's wrong for looking at that and saying, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, that's definitely, It kind of gives this, I don't know if you guys remember, it kind of gives this when Wendy Williams had interviewed Nicole Murphy.
That's not the case. I did not release that statement, Wendy.
Do you know Layla?
I as by passing, like, if I see her somewhere, it's like, hey, I don't know her. Know her like that. It's not like
How do you
that.
know him?
I know him through just seeing him at events and stuff like that.
Why are you stuttering? It's the stuttering. Like, it gives that same energy. Like, it's the stuttering of it all. It's like, Nicole Murphy, you gonna act like you don't know Leela Rashawn like that? Like, like the way she was stuttering, please, just please, just please. Let's move on. What's the next story? Because I can't with Evelyn. All right. Let's talk about Cam Newton. I haven't really talked about this. I was debating talking about this because, let me preface it by saying this, right? To talk about Cam Newton, you have to talk about Jazzy, and Jazzy is somebody that I admire a lot. Like, I'm not friends with her. I'm on my Evelyn Lozada. I'm not friends with her, but I've met her several times. I got to interview her last year at the BET Awards. She's somebody who I've watched from a distance. She's very well accomplished. She's funny. She's witty. She's beautiful. She has a show right now that's on BET Plus that she created and that her and Tyler Perry co-produced and released. It's actually very, very good. I say all that to say that it's really been sad for me looking at this from a distance, because that girl don't deserve this. Like, and I know she grown, she makes her own decisions, but when you have a newborn at home, and I'm not a mother, I've never had children, but I can't imagine having a newborn at home and getting online and telling the internet how much of a servant I am, how I serve my family, how I serve my bonus children. Mind you, I'm not even married to this man, but I'm calling his children my bonus children. Last time I checked, bonus children are when you're married. Calling myself a step parent, last time I checked, being a step parent is when you're married, right? So giving this man all of yourself, you got a newborn at home, and then this man gets online and constantly goes out of his way to embarrass you. To embarrass you. To embarrass you. Constantly going out of his way to embarrass you. Like, it's just like watching that from afar. Did she really choose that? I don't know any woman who would willfully choose that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I get it. When you choose to be a baby mama to somebody who has several children and has shown you a clear track record of not being committed to any of those women who he's had children with, right? You do choose that. You do choose to be with somebody who's going to give you the same track record. But damn, at least not when my baby's fresh out the pussy, like newborn baby. And this is how you're talking. Like, I mean, we've all seen the clip. We've all seen the clip, right? We've all seen the clip where he talks, and I'm not sure if I can play it because of copyright. I don't know if he copyrights Funky Friday, so I don't want to run into that issue. But let me know if y'all can hear it.
I'm not married. I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
By how
8.
many?
Desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So
Very action based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. You will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not
Mm-hmm.
but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works.
Y'all can't hear it? Let me know if y'all can't hear it. Let me see. Empress said, me and my female cousin saw barely any marriage and lots of kids. So we said, nope, marriage first. Kids after I'm a wife. You can't commit? No. Period. Thank you so much, Empress, for your super chat. And thank you. Okay, so y'all can hear it, but the audio was skipping. Okay, but I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the clip. It's gone so viral many times. But I haven't talked about it, so I just want to point out a couple things, right? Dr. Bryant asked him, you want more kids? He's like, yes. He's like, I have 8 children, 3 baby mamas. Mind you, he has six biological children, but the first baby mama had a child already. The second baby mama had a child already. So he has 6 biological children, but he takes care of those 2 children that are not biologically his. So he has 8. He claims 8 children. But she's like, and he's like, I have 8 kids, 3 baby mamas, but I want more. And she says, from another woman, he's like, he never says no. He never says, no, me and Jazzy, we're together right now and I want more children with her. I want to settle down with her. He's like, no, I just want God to bring them to me. And I don't know why nobody caught on to that part. That part really pissed me off. Cam Newton is the son of a preacher. Cam Newton's father is Bishop Cecil Newton. Okay? Now, I don't know about y'all, but I do not know a man whose name is Cecil and he ain't saved. Every black man I know whose name is Cecil is a very saved man. A very saved man. Okay? A very saved man. Every black man I know who got the name Cecil, Bible thumping, Bible in hand. I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. Imagine having a daddy named Cecil and getting your stupid ass on camera to say some stupid ass shit like that. Knowing damn well your daddy was breaking Bibles upside your head as a child all through your adolescence. You know better than that, and you know that that's not how God works. That is not of the Lord. That is not of God. Let's be for real. Let's just start there. Okay? Not Bishop Cecil's son saying this bullshit. I'm coming up. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is not of God, and Cam Newton knows better than that. God is not bringing you more baby mamas. I know God be like, sometimes I just know God just be like, I should have never gave you niggas free will. The next earth, we not doing that. The next earth, we not doing that. We not doing no free will. Somebody said sanctify Cecil. Yeah. Drop down in the comments. Let me know if you've ever known somebody named Cecil who ain't saved. Cecil is a saved name. Your daddy is super saved, Cam. Please stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. You niggas is the reason why I'm telling y'all the next earth, God not gonna give us no free will. That shit is a wrap. We're not getting that next time. Okay? We're not getting that next time. We're not getting that next time. Y'all just be playing with God's name, just all willy-nilly for nothing. For nothing. For nothing. But then imagine saying that while you got a newborn at home. Do y'all know that, like, babies, kids, they can feel your energy? Do y'all know that? Lord. Miss Jess, thanks for the super chat. I cannot get with Ghetto Beethoven. Yes, I'm mad at his outfit. Just can't. Just admit you don't want to be faithful in marriage, but traps a woman with kids. Love your content. Love from Jess. Love from one Jess to another. Thank you so much, Jess. Thanks for the love, and thank you so much for the super chat. I'm gonna get to that in a minute too. But y'all just be playing with God's name all willy-nilly. In the clip too, he says that his fear of divorce is higher than his fear of marriage. Cam Newton and men like Cam Newton are not afraid of marriage. They're afraid of being held to the standards of marriage because they don't want to be expected to be faithful. They don't want to be expected to be consistent. They fear the ramifications. They fear the consequences of fucking up in a marriage, especially the financial consequences, to be honest. Even motherfuckers who don't have Cam Newton money, don't have close to Cam Newton money, are afraid of losing their finances if they get in a marriage and they don't do what they're supposed to do. That's really what they're afraid of. They're not afraid of marriage. And somebody was in my comments, I did put that on Threads, and somebody was like, I don't think he's afraid of marriage because prenups exist. Let me tell you something. If it's that simple, then why hasn't he already gotten married? He could have gave anybody a prenup. You know why? Number one, none of these women are requiring marriage. Let's just be honest. Number two, none of these women are really going to sign a fucked up prenup. You want to see how fucked up a man like Cam can really be? Have him give you a prenup. Oh, you'll really see. Oh, you'll really see what type of bullshit he's on. You'll really see what type of bullshit he's on. You think this video, you think these clips show you what Cam Newton is? Have a motherfucker like that give you a prenup. You'll really see what type of bullshit he's on. This is the same guy who literally just had his baby mother's car taken away from her. Okay? It's not... Men like this, they're not afraid of marriage. They're afraid of being held accountable, not only by you, but by the government. It's one thing to be held accountable by your girl. It's another thing to be held accountable by the government in them. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want that. And to be honest, because there's another clip that I want to play. Hold on. This clip to me is actually the worst. I'm like, why are people not really talking about this clip right here? Because I think it's the worst one. Where is it? Where is this clip, child? Yes.
Who I want them to be. A woman cannot do that.
That's not true.
In most cases.
That's not true.
They're- okay, she's not being who I am.
Mhm.
I can take anybody
Mhm.
and transform them into who I want them to be. A woman cannot do that.
That's not true.
In most cases.
Y'all, did y'all hear what he said? Did y'all hear what he said? To me, that is the worst part of the interview. The worst part. I, being who I am, can take any woman and make her into what I want her to be. Hey! I can take any woman and make her into what I want her to be. I want y'all to really dissect that. Dissect that. And Dr. Brian was like, no, that's not true. That woman is allowing you, she's making a decision to allow you to maneuver with her how you want to. And while I get what she was saying, Cam is 100% right when he said that. Cam is 100% correct when he said that. I'm going to show y'all Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Lord, Kamala, I'm voting for you. Please, Kamala, I'm voting. I promise. I promise you got my vote. I promise you got my vote. hold up. We're going to get into it. We is going to get into it. Hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming. Okay. Hold on. All right. Mais c'est la besoin. C'est la besoin.
Never done this, but you know what? I'm comfortable with this person and I feel safe.
Do you have an example?
Anal. You're like, have an example? Yeah, that.
Do you do it for you or do you do it for them?
I do it for him because for me, I'm not at a place where I like it yet. We had one successful time where I was like, okay, you know, my butt creamed. It was like, oh shit, like it was like creaming. I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was weird.
Yeah, I don't know the science of that in particular because your butt doesn't lubricate in that way. You could shit on the person.
So it was booty juice. It wasn't though.
It was clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fast. I'll have to get back to you on that. But then does anal become an act of submission because you're letting your partner do something to you that doesn't necessarily feel good for you, but you know that it feels good and maybe powerful for them?
I think it feels more powerful for them than it feels good because you're getting nowhere. It hurts. It's like, okay, like if he wants to,
but he can still orgasm from it.
I think it's just the butt is just so tight and so untouched. And I think it's the fact that nobody's been in there but him is like the power of that. Like, that's my asshole. Like, ain't nobody been in that shit but me. That shit's mine.
Do you get pleasure because you're giving him an experience?
No, I actually like a finger in the butt.
No, from like anal in particular.
Oh,
like what's the incentive for you to do it if you're like, it's not my favorite thing, but I do it because X?
I think I just do it because he wants it. And I think like when you come to me in a space where it's like you're very masculine and it's just like, give me that ass or however you say it to me and you're like, ooh, like I like that shit. Like, tell me what the fuck to do. Tell me what to do. I like to be told what to do.
It literally hurts her. She doesn't get any pleasure from it. But because he's masculine, she likes for him to tell her what to do. No. It is because, going back to what he said, because of who he is, he can make you be what he wants you to be. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Cam Newton is right. And a lot of y'all gonna act like he's not. He is. He is. He is. He is. He's absolutely right. Why are y'all in the comments? Somebody, please. What's going on? I'm seeing people say, police, police. He's correct. He's correct. He's absolutely correct. He can make a woman do what he wants her to do. Okay? Like she said when she was promoting her baby mama tour. Yeah, a lot of y'all say y'all wouldn't be this, y'all wouldn't do that. Yeah, you've never had a rich nigga put that pressure on you. And you know what's crazy? Even when she says that, and again, like, this is not to bash her. It's just, we're just stating the facts. But even when she says that, right? Besides a rich nigga putting that pressure on you, what else is he putting on you? Because every time I hear her speaking, I'm serving. Oh, I cook dinner for my bonus kids, for my man. I don't even sit down and eat anymore. Like, there's a clip of her from Crystal Renee's episode, from Crystal Renee's podcast, I believe. Keeping it, was it Keeping It Cute or Keeping It Simple? I can't remember the name of the podcast. But she says, oh, I don't even sit down to eat. Let me see if I can find it. I want y'all to see it for yourself. Where is this? Yes. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to find it. Hold on. Hold on. Keeping it positive. Keep it positive. Which, by the way, I love Crystal Renee. Her podcast is really, really great. She's inspiring. What she say? There it is.
Care of, and the house is clean, taken care of, and the house is clean, and the kids are fed, and they're happy, and home, like super, like I'm a step, just trying to find that balance between my career and my relationship, because I am like super, like I'm a stepmom, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a life partner.
Andrew, you're not a stepmom. You're not married. With all due respect, love her. Great. Like, I think she's funny. I think she's great at what she does. But you're not a stepmother, girl. You're not married. So, you're not married.
I'm like a helpmate, but I'm also a career woman. I'm also an actress, a comedian, a writer. Yes. Like I do all the things. But I noticed that like in my relationship,
calling yourself a life partner with somebody you're not married to is pretty insane too. Like I'm sorry. Like, this man has not married you. You have a newborn at home, and this man is literally on a podcast saying he's still looking for marriage. He's still waiting for marriage, and not with you. And you have a newborn at home.
I feel so much joy when like everyone is taken care of, and the house is clean, and the kids are fed, and they're happy, and homework is done. Yes. And they took their baths already, and my man is happy, and he ate, and everybody's good, and I'm just sitting back, and because I don't even sit down and eat anymore, child. Yeah. I eat in the kitchen
as you're making it.
Yeah, like I just will stand up and be in that corner and be like, look at the piece that I've created, and it's just such a
not hey maid. I see you got your maid outfit on like you always do. Like, mind you, this is from last summer. Last summer, I think she was probably about a month pregnant here. These people, like Cam and your bonus kids, are treating you like the hey maid. I see you got your maid outfit on like you always do. Stand up! Stand up! Jasmine, stand up! Oh no. Girl, stand up! Come back! 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 Let me ask y'all something. Because she said you never had a rich nigga put that pressure on you. Do y'all think that Cam is a generous man with this woman? Because I don't. And let me tell you why. A man who's not nice to you, I find it very hard for him to be generous to you. A man who's not nice to you, I find it very hard for him to be generous to you. And I'm going to say it right here. Cam Newton, the way he speaks about this woman versus the way she speaks about him, he is not nice to you. You're not going to convince me of that. He's not nice to you. So you're in your own little corner, in your own little chair, frying up taco meat. You got videos saying, I love serving. You got the baby in the background talking to because she's serving too. What the fuck? Y'all in that own little, hey, maid. Y'all in the maid corner. And I'm willing to bet my left titty that this man is not generous with you. Because here's the thing. You're going out of your way to serve a man who's not your husband. And meanwhile, like you said, you're a writer, you're a comedian, you're an actress, you're on tour. So you're serving him on your feet constantly. You get on your feet. It's giving Gloria Estefan. You constantly getting your Gloria Estefan on. You on your feet in the maid corner. Why would that person be generous with you? That man's not being generous with you. You're not about to convince me of that. That man do not like you. for you to have a newborn at home and for a man to speak like that, as if your baby just ain't come out your pussy. Do y'all think that babies don't feel that type of energy? God forbid that baby done overheard this damn podcast clip that's going everywhere. That baby, I just got here. I just got here. And niggas want to replace me already. Niggas want to know what's next already. I just got here. And I know I'm being like, I'm being joking about it, but it's not fucking funny. Like, kids feel that type of energy. Kids know. My mom was recently in town and she was saying, her and my aunt were both talking about me as a kid and how when I found out my aunt was pregnant with my cousin Danny, who till this day, me and my cousin Danny, we're first cousins. We're bestie cousins. But when my aunt told me she was pregnant with my cousin, I became angry. I was 2. I became angry. Like, I was noticeably angry. And when Danny was born, I constantly did mean things to her. My mom said how when she had my first sibling, Jeremy, I hated Jeremy. I hated him. And till this day, like at my old age, I still feel like my mother loves my brother more than she loves me. That's something that she knows. I've said it to her. Like, and you know, parents sometimes, this is not to bash my mother, but my mother always wanted a son. She didn't want a daughter. She wanted a son, right? I don't know if parents at the time understand that their children can feel that. Like, their kids feel that shit. They feel that. They carry that. And when you're having, somebody said, my son, my mama, my son, my brother Jeremy, my son, my son. My son. That's Haitian mothers with their sons. My son. I hated her son. Okay? I fucking hated her son. And that's just me being very transparent with y'all. I'm the oldest of 4. I had to watch her son. I had to babysit her son. I had to walk her son to school, bitch. I hated her son. I hated him. Literally. Like, kids, and like, I know I'm giving this as an example because I cannot even begin to fathom what that newborn is thinking. And what that child is going to grow up thinking when they see clips like that. And they put the math together. And they know, damn, this motherfucker was talking about my mama like this. I was barely out the pussy. Like, what? It's crazy. It's crazy. I hate, I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm always gonna make light of shit, but baby, I hated my brother. Oh my God. Like a couple years back, we was all at a family dinner and somebody brought up, I don't know if it was me or one of the other siblings, and we're like, well, we all know that Jeremy's your favorite. No. Somebody said, well, we all know who your favorite is. And my mama was like, what? I don't have a favorite. Who's my favorite? We all said Jeremy. We all knew. Bitch, that's your favorite motherfucking son. I'm sorry, I ain't calling my mama a bitch, but bitch, that's your favorite son. Bitch. That's your favorite motherfucking son. And mind you, we're in the same household. Imagine these kids, like Dr. Brian said, because he was like, oh, so you think a blended family is a broken family? Yes, it is, nigga. It is. Imagine all these kids who are in different homes. They're competing. Like, it's like a competition. Who's getting the most time with daddy? Who's getting the most time with dad? I'm in a relationship right now where literally my man's siblings have had a bit of just like, you know, like you're the only one who experienced our father in the home with you. We didn't experience that. Like shit like that carries on. It carries on. Somebody said we need an eldest daughter day. We do. We do. The eldest daughter, honestly, there should be psychology dedicated to the eldest daughter. Child, Nick Cannon. Everybody was talking about Nick too, and they were talking about how Dr. Bryant had to sit down with Nick too, and I'm surprised that went viral because I had been watched it when it first aired, but when you watch Nick and Cameron Newton sitting down with her, it is the same energy. Defensive. The only thing with Nick, like here's the thing with Cam, the differences in what I realized. With Cam, I couldn't even get through that full interview. Cam, whenever she would say something, he would try to deter her from saying what she was saying so that he could say it. Like even now, like today, he uploaded something where like he I guess he saw the backlash, right? And so he uploaded a clip and titled it this. Can y'all see it? So lame. This is lame nigga shit. Can y'all see that? The title says, "You're a 41-year-old relationship coach, but you're still single." Lame nigga shit. Lame ass nigga shit. But let's get into the Nick Cannon clip.
Pray on certain things just because I'm a man.
Right.
And
but not all men do that. We don't want to blanket all men.
Things just because I'm a man.
Right.
And
but not all men do that. We don't want to blanket
I'm a
all
man,
men.
and
all
I will
men
take advantage.
do not pray and manipulate. Not all men.
First of all humans pray and manipulate, but in a man
not
in a relationship,
in a praying way. Not in a praying way.
You know what's crazy about this clip with Nick Cannon? Because the way it's cut, I would have to go look for the full interview, and I just don't feel like it. I gotta get ready to interview Morris Chestnut. But she gets Nick Cannon to admit that he preys on women. That's pretty crazy.
Certain things just because I'm a man.
Right.
And
but not all men do that. We don't want to blanket
I'm a
all
man,
men.
and
all
I will take
men do
advantage.
not pray and manipulate. Not all men.
First of all humans pray and manipulate, but in a man in a relationship,
in a praying way. Not in a praying way.
If I see that I can say, okay, I feel like I need this and this person has this, I'm gonna do and say whatever I need to do to get that.
But
you know what's crazy too about him saying that is in that same interview, she tells him that the only reason why he's able to have all these baby daddies is all these baby mamas is because he preys on low functioning women. And he was like, no, like, but then later on, she gets him to admit to that. That lady's good. I need to follow her ass. Somebody said, not Dick Cannon. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. But she gets him to admit to that. That's pretty crazy. To say that about yourself on your own platform, that's pretty crazy. And the thing about people like Nick and Cam, they think they're being so like, you know, forthcoming and educative and all that. No, y'all are just telling on yourselves. You're telling on yourselves, and you kind of should stop. And there's another commonality with Nick Cannon and Cam Newton. Nick's father is a preacher. Nick's father used to be a televangelist. I met Nick's father on the set of Wild Now, and honestly, I had a conversation with his father that I've never had with Nick before. His father his father saw me singing on stage, and I came backstage, and he was like, "What are you doing with your gift? Like, what's your plan for your future?" Like, he was really like just digging into me and pouring into me. And I was like, I've never experienced that from Nick. Not like that. Like, I've spoken to Nick, under the guise of the show, and he's always been very respectful, very nice. But his father was like peeling back another layer. And then I didn't know that his father was a preacher. And so his father was actually like pouring into me and told me a lot of different things that I actually went on to use. His father was the first person to tell me about ChatGPT. This is back in 2021, early 2021. And he was telling me a bunch of things. And it's like, I was like, wow, I've never had this experience with Nick. Not saying others haven't. I just had never had that experience. I was like, wow, this is great. But the commonality between Nick and Cam is these are both preachers' kids. And I had a conversation a while back with my pastor, Pastor Jamal Bryant, and we were talking about preachers' kids because, like, my father, was a preacher. I don't feel like I experienced the preacher's kid life because obviously my parents divorced when I was really, really young, and I moved to Florida. But we were talking about preacher's kids and why preacher's kids be wilding out, and no pun intended. But he said that male preacher's kids are the only men who are ashamed of what their fathers do. Have y'all ever realized that? If you put a football in a boy's dad's hands, that boy wants to be just like his father. You put a soccer in that boy's dad's feet, he wants to be a soccer player. But if you put a Bible in that boy's daddy's hands, that boy does not want to do that most of the time. Not saying that's all male preachers' kids, but literally oftentimes men, when their father is a preacher, they're very much ashamed of that. Why? Because it's not cool. And so they're going to go out of their way to be cool, but not like their dad. So I'm going to show you, I'm not like this motherfucker. I'm not like him. I'm down to earth. And when Pastor Jamal said that to me, I was like, damn, that's right. When I think about every male I've known throughout my life whose father was a preacher, the way they would go out of their way to do stupid shit, to be stupid, like not just creating broken families, but even like going, like behaving like thugs, committing crimes, like doing all types of bullshit that they didn't even have to do. They grew up in a wholesome home. Food is always on the table. You got a nice bedroom, but they go out of their way to be ain't shit. It is because they want to escape their father's image because that image is not cool. And when I look at Nick Cannon, I look at Cam Newton, who is Bishop Cecil Newton's son. It's true. Somebody said it, they're rebelling. They want to rebel. You said it. No. They want to rebel. Yeah. Every male preacher's kid that I know went out of their way to rebel. And so when I look at Nick Cannon and I look at Cam Newton, that's what it gives. One last thought when it comes to Nick Cannon, Cam Newton. Well, actually two more thoughts. Have y'all seen that documentary on Netflix that's called The Man with 1,000 Kids? The Man with 1,000 Kids. If you haven't, please watch it, right? Such a long story to get into, but make a long story short, this man goes out of his way to illegally impregnate hundreds of women to the point where he has, at the very least, 1,000 kids. Okay? Very crazy documentary, right? But by the end of the documentary, you realize that this man was going out of his way to build a cult. Like, and he kind of successfully has done that, because what he did was, not only did he impregnate all these people in the Netherlands and in Australia, and he went to different countries, even went to Kenya, I believe. And when he went to Kenya, his purpose was to whitewash Kenya. Like the racism that's just involved in all this, right? But it's called A Man with 1,000 Kids. But it is a God complex. Now you have a group of people, not just kids. Now you have a group of people calling you father. A group of people calling you dad. A group of people who are DNA, like by DNA, they are forever tethered to you through DNA, right? And what he did was, he built a social media platform, like on YouTube. There, he has all these videos of himself. And so his kids, even if they're not in his life, they can pant after him through watching his YouTube video, right? And he's giving like talks about how to live your life, what values to have, right? It is a God complex. When I look at folks like Nick Cannon, Cam Newton, Future, all these men who go around doing this, it's not just about having all these kids. When you see men who say, I want to have all these kids, they know that logistically they cannot be a good father. It is what it is. Logistically, they cannot be a good father. But it gives them this God complex. This group of people calls me dad. Think about it. This group of people calls me father. I am your father. Simba, I am your father. Please watch A Man with 1,000 Kids. Please watch A Man with 1,000 Kids. You will see the Nick Cannonery. You will see the Cam Newtonery. You will see the Futurery. You will see all these, the P. Diddy-ery. You will see it all. It's a God complex. It's like being a demigod to these guys. The power that has. It's very scary. And to be honest, I think it's demonic. And not saying that the kids are demonic. I'm just saying that outlook is very demonic. And when you can admit that you are praying is not a good thing. It is a demonic thing. Just saying. Last thought. I feel like I've given the men a lot. The women too. The women choose this. At the end of the day, Jasmine chose this. Joy Chavez chose it. Drea Michelle chose it. All these baby mamas, Future's baby mamas chose it. And I can't. There's this NFL player right now. I think he's a Dolphins player. He got married. His wife is pregnant, and his side chick pregnant at the same time. Then had another baby on the way. Like, the women are willing participants. And the thing about that that's so crazy to me is being a baby mama is not the payout that it used to be, y'all. Like, the girlies are not getting the money that they used to get for being a baby mama. The law hates you. Do you not see what's going on with the law? Which is why it's like, you need to be voting for Kamala. Like, the law hates women. It hates women. These men and their lawyers hate y'all. They only see y'all as a means to an end. That's it. These lawyers are crafty as fuck. They are getting custody of their children from these women. Mind you, these men don't even be home like that. It's fine. The court don't give a fuck that they can have a nanny. They don't give a fuck that they're not with their mothers. They don't care. Being a baby mama is not the payout that it used to be anymore. Don't let Instagram fool you. It's not. These bitches are hurting, which is why you even had Joy Chavez say, oh, I don't get child support. You know, I'm independent. What? What you mean you don't get child support? Every one of your baby daddies is rich with a lot of money. This shit is not no game no more. These bitches is not getting a cash, like, it's not the payday that it used to be. It's not the payday that it used to be, y'all. Play with it if you want to. Play with it if you want to. Anyway, y'all, child, where's my... I will be going live tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is in an hour and a half. I will be going live with Hulu. I will be interviewing someone very special that is in this picture. So make sure that you come back. Even if you're in your bonnet, come back. I want y'all to come back, chill with me for a little bit while we go live and we talk about this week's episode of Reasonable Doubt. I know I kept y'all longer. I really wanted to just do an hour, but y'all know how I get, child. I started chatting and but anyway, I'm gonna go eat dinner real quick and I'll be right back at 10 o'clock. So I cannot wait to see y'all at 10. I hope you guys like this live. Make sure that you like it. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna make sure that I save it to my page. And yeah. I like going live with y'all. It'd be fun. But anyway, y'all, love you guys. I'll see you guys at 10 o'clock. And also, just a couple things. Podcast episode 2 drops tomorrow, and I have a special guest on there too. I'll go ahead and spill that with y'all. It's gonna be Sheila Marie. It's gonna be really, really good. Really good. I'm really, really excited about it. So, all right, y'all. So I'll see y'all at 10. And until next time, bye.